On this episode of Just Informed Talk, this is breaking news. Julian Assange has been arrested at the Ecuadorian embassy in London, and it's only yet to be seen what's going to happen, but we can basically count on the fact that he may be very possibly extradited to the US to face charges for his treason, and I want you guys to watch this and see what you think.
It is an important victory for me and for the UN human rights system. It's a victory that cannot be denied. Good evening, London. What a sight for sore eyes. People ask what gives me hope. Well, the answer is right here. My God. 6 months ago, 185 days ago, I entered this building. It has become my home, my office, and my refuge. Thanks to the principled stance of the Ecuadorian government and the support of its people, I am safe in this embassy to speak to you. And every single day outside, for 185 days, people like you have watched over this embassy, come rain, hail, and shine.
$675,000 to the wife of the deputy director of the FBI and the man who was overseeing the investigation into Hillary's illegal server, a server we now know Obama knew about. Just found that out yesterday. WikiLeaks. The more emails WikiLeaks releases, the more lines between the Clinton Foundation, the Secretary of State's office, and the Clintons' personal financiers, they all get blurred. Just today we read about Clinton confidant Doug Brandt bragging that he had funneled tens of millions of dollars to Bill Clinton Inc. through the foundation donations, paid speeches, and consulting contracts. Mr. Band called the arrangement unorthodox. The rest of us call it outright corrupt. In fact, the Clinton Foundation even hired a law firm to find out if their paid-to-play scheme would jeopardize their charitable status with the IRS. If the Clintons were willing to play this fast and loose with their enterprise when they weren't in the White House, just imagine what they'll do given the chance to once again control the Oval Office. And we've had enough, honestly. I think we've had enough of the Clintons, in all fairness. Don't you think? Had enough. I mean, at what point do we say it? Hillary Clinton is the most corrupt person ever to seek the office of the presidency.
In other words, Mills was saying Obama, he had to know that Hillary was using an illegal server, but he claimed otherwise. So that means Obama is now into the act. He didn't want to get caught up in the big lie.
With the American elections, and from your perspective, how big a role do you feel WikiLeaks had in the outcome of the election? You didn't think Donald Trump was going to win.
I didn't think Donald Trump would win. I thought the establishment, for want of a better word, would see Hillary Clinton losing, and then would pile in more money and more energy, and various TV networks are on her side, and make sure that she won. I think that analysis was still correct, but it missed something fundamental, which is that the amount of investment to the Hillary Clinton campaign was in proportion
to the degree that the establishment thought that she would lose. And she was aggressively projecting that she would be the inevitable winner and was above, 5-10 points in the opinion polling. So she only got $1.5 billion directed into her campaign. If they thought she was going to lose, maybe she would have gotten $5 billion.
Gave to a Brazilian bank for which you were paid $225,000. We've learned from the WikiLeaks that you said this, and I want to quote, "My dream is a hemispheric common market with open trade and open borders." So that's the question. That's the question. Please quiet, everybody. Is that your dream, open borders?
Well, if you went on to read the rest of the sentence, I was talking about energy. We trade more energy with our neighbors than we trade with the rest of the world combined. And I do want us to have an electric grid, an energy system that crosses borders. I think that would be a great benefit to us. But you are very clearly quoting from WikiLeaks, and what's really important about WikiLeaks is that the Russian government has engaged in espionage against Americans. They have hacked American websites, American accounts of private people, of institutions. Then they have given that information to WikiLeaks for the purpose of putting it on the internet. This has come from the highest levels of the Russian government, clearly from Putin himself, in an effort, as 17 of our intelligence agencies have confirmed, to influence our election. So I actually think the most important question of this evening, Chris, is finally, will Donald Trump admit and condemn that the Russians are doing this?
Gotten good reviews, Gotten good reviews. We'll see what happens. Today we learned, amazingly, that the Department of Justice fed information to the Clinton campaign about the email investigation so that the campaign could be prepared to cover up her crimes. What is going on? This is collusion and corruption of the highest order, and is one more reason why I ask my Attorney General, I will ask, to appoint a special prosecutor. We have to investigate Hillary Clinton, and we have to investigate the investigation. This was a disgrace. These WikiLeaks emails confirm what those of us here today have known all along. Hillary Clinton is the vessel, a corrupt global establishment that's raiding our country and surrendering the sovereignty of our nation. The best thing she's got going, my opinion, the only thing she's got going, is the rigged media. She's got nothing going. Can you imagine working with her for 4 more years? The last thing we need is another 4 years of Barack Obama. We don't need that, believe me. WikiLeaks also shows something I've been warning everybody about for a long time. The media is simply an extension of Hillary Clinton's campaign. It's just one more way that the system is rigged. A big way, really a big way. Reporters who work for these outlets like the Washington Post or the New York Times may think of themselves as journalists, but they're actually just cogs in a corporate political machine. The dishonesty of the New York Times is unbelievable. The dishonesty of the Washington Post is unbelievable. The dishonesty of all of those cameras, so many of them, not all of them, is unbelievable.